Live, local, late breaking. This is Newswatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6 o'clock on September 25th. Welcome to Newswatch 12 this morning. I'm Carlos Murrieta. We first want to turn over to Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress for a look at your Thursday. And Sarah, how much similarities can we see from yesterday into today?
Well, I'd say the morning is going to start off pretty similar, but in terms of the afternoon, it is going to be a little bit different. Now, this morning starting off rather chilly. The afternoon highs are definitely going to be feeling a little bit less hot, especially if you're into our west side valleys. Lots of sunshine across the region, but we will see increasing high-level clouds later today, and winds are going to pick up into your afternoon. Now, this morning starting off, again, like the past few, temperatures are rather chilly. Areas over east side, we're at 38 to Klamath Falls, 37 to Lakeview, over into Medford, 56, 47 for Montague. Along the coast, we're at 52 for Brookings, and a few coastal clouds are present this morning as well, but they should dissipate rather quickly through your morning. But here's a closer look at what you can expect today. Rather cool start into the Rogue Valley. High temperatures only climb up into the mid to upper 80s. So feeling much more comfortable than yesterday, where we tied a record sitting at 99 for Medford. Now, around the rest of the region, east side temperatures will climb into the lower 80s, so a little bit less hot than yesterday. Into Northern California as well, temperatures in general into your 80s, a little bit warmer as you're into western Siskiyou County. And along the coast, Brookings will be a little bit warmer than areas a little bit northward into Curry County. Now, in terms of winds this morning, it is on the lighter side, but it is a bit breezier as we're into Gold Beach and above this morning. We will see that pick up throughout your day and into the afternoon. Expect a rather blustery day across the region. Now, into the days to come, we are going to stay on the drier side, but we are in for some big changes next week. I'll have more details for you coming up in your next forecast.
In our top story this morning, Oregon Senator Ron Wyden held a town hall at Sheldon High School as he answered questions about voting rights in the ongoing war in Gaza. Attendees pressed the senator on immigration enforcement, including the recent behavior of ICE officers wearing face coverings during enforcement actions. The senator responded by pointing to his new bill that would require ICE officers to display clear identification at all times, saying transparency is crucial for public trust.
The important point is, who do you represent? And I made the point that nowhere in America today, and I checked, is there an open to everybody meeting with a United States senator so that you can hold them accountable.
Palestine activists took over the final few moments of the town hall, chanting and holding up a banner to call attention to the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. And a bill similar to Wyden's ICE identification bill is getting a test run in California. Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill into law yesterday that would ban federal and local law enforcement from wearing masks or other face coverings. A U.S. attorney appointed by President Donald Trump said Newsom has no jurisdiction over the federal government and he must go through Congress if he wants to enact the law. And Senator Wyden also announced the release of an Oregon firefighter from ICE custody. Rodrigo Hernandez was held at an ICE facility in Tacoma, Washington, following his arrest by U.S. Border Patrol. In late August, Hernandez, who's a resident of Kaiser, was arrested while fighting the Bear Gulch fire in Washington state. His announcement says Hernandez is a legal resident with a U visa that's been pending since 2018. Senator Wyden says in part, quote, "I'm going to keep using every tool at my disposal to uphold the due process rights of our immigrant communities." Senator Wyden is also reiterating the need to protect immigrants working as wildland firefighters. Hernandez himself also releasing a statement that reads in part, "So many people stepped up to help, and now I want to help others just like they helped me."
Even though we're seeing the change in seasons on the calendar, we're not seeing that in the conditions yet, and fire will still start and spread easily.
With multiple fires seen this week, fire agencies are reminding everyone that it is still fire season and to continue to follow fire regulations and to be mindful. And multiple fire agencies were dispatched to a structure fire on Howard Avenue in Medford yesterday. Multiple calls came in stating a roof was on fire. Both Medford Fire and Jackson County Fire District 3 responded to the scene, totaling 20 personnel between the two districts.
The first engine company arrived, there was smoke coming from the attic of this home. It's unoccupied home, so the guys quickly got around it, found that it was a working attic fire, made access really quick, and were able to get it knocked down and contain while it was still contained to the attic.
Firefighters quickly knocked down the fire and are now investigating the cause. No injuries were reported. And moving into a money alert, 2 local fire districts are announcing more than $130,000 in federal grants to boost firefighter safety. Illinois Valley Fire District secured $97,000 from FEMA's Assistance to Firefighters Program grant. This funding provides new safety gear for firefighters covering over 200 square miles. The district will also contribute a required local cost share of nearly $5,000. Fire Chief John Holmes says this grant is crucial for replacing old equipment. And Applegate Fire District is also announcing federal grant funds for firefighter training and safety. Through the same grant program, Applegate Fire is receiving $37,000, and these funds will provide training and safety equipment for 5 newly recruited volunteer firefighters. Their required local cost share is $1,800. Both districts highlighted that the nationwide program is highly competitive. And we're continuing to follow a logging truck accident that injured 2, leaving 1 in critical condition earlier this month. A White City resident and Vietnam War veteran is in the ICU fighting for his life after sustaining severe injuries in the accident, including the loss of his arm. Newswatch 12's Grace Ritz has the details.
This has been the most incredibly trying and traumatic situation our family has ever experienced and our father has ever experienced. My dad is in critical condition in the ICU. He sustained extensive injuries, including the loss of his left arm.
Before paramedics arrived, bystanders working in a business in the area rushed to the scene of the accident and helped place a tourniquet on Timothy's arm and keep him stable.
I ran out to see what was going on. We approached the vehicle over here. You can't see it in the background, but there's a silver truck. The guy was pretty badly injured, so we started assisting him. One of my coworkers, or one of my guys that I work here, he had to apply a tourniquet. Unfortunately, the arm was severed.
The family told me about how much Timothy loves fishing, building, and working. He has a long road to recovery, but they're hopeful he will get back to doing what he loves.
My dad is a maker and a builder and a doer and a fisherman, and I have no doubt that he will be able to enjoy those things again.
The family is beyond thankful for the community's immense support during this difficult time and those who sprung into action and saved Timothy's life.
There are heroes in this community, and we are eternally grateful for all of the love and support that this community has shown and continues to show through this incredibly difficult time.
Moving into a traffic alert, Grants Pass Police will be conducting a traffic safety enforcement operation after numerous complaints about poor driving near schools. Beginning at 8 a.m. this morning, police will be focusing on pedestrian safety, seatbelts, speed, as well as other moving violations. Police say the operation is possible through ODOT and their Traffic Safety Pedestrian Grant. Additional operations are planned in the near future. And here are some new pictures of the Highway 97 wildlife crossing in Siskiyou County, showing just how close this project is to completion. Caltrans says the crossing will give deer, elk, and other wildlife a safe path over the highway while helping reduce the risk of crashes. The project is on track to wrap up by early October. And the Bureau of Land Management recently spotted a bobcat on public lands near Prospect. BLM shared these photos of the bobcat, whose coat is changing colors as we approach winter. Bobcats are generally not considered a threat to people, but the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife says to keep dogs on a leash and monitor children when outside. They also remind everyone that you should never feed wildlife. And our annual Coats for Kids campaign is kicking off today, and we have barrels that are ready to collect new and gently used coats. Barrels are being delivered to more than 40 locations in Jackson, Josephine, and Klamath counties, and now we're getting ready to collect those coats for local kids in need. Today, we'll be live in Medford with all the details in this year's campaign, and you might see a few familiar faces coming up. You can find a full list of donation barrels on our website at kdrv.com.